All right, here we have aluminum and oxygen gas react, creating 27.2 grams of product. How much aluminum mass was used? So again, we're still going to be using that same process that we used in our mole conversions, where we converted from grams to moles or grams to moles to volume. But now we have two substances. So we need to have a chemical reaction because that's what's going to give us our relationship between those. So aluminum, we'll assume that's a solid, and plus oxygen gas, O2, Brinkelhoff, he wants to have his partner, gas, react creating, yields 27.2 grams of product. Well, this is a synthesis reaction, so I know I only have one product, so I just have to crisscross what I had. Al plus 3, O minus 2, Al2O3 of product. And now when I write my knowns and unknowns, I just write it directly of there. So 27.2 grams of product refers to aluminum oxide, and I just write 27.2 grams right up there. How much aluminum mass was used? Here's aluminum. We don't know. That's our unknown, so we just put a question mark there. We have to note what units. Mass is measured in grams. So now all that information is right there, so I can set up my stoichiometry formula. I start with what I know, same thing as before, 27.2 grams, Al2O3, magnitude, units, and species every time. I set that over 1 to remind me grams is in the numerator. And now I have a long pathway to go because I have to go from grams of aluminum to grams of aluminum oxide. So there's not just one unit conversion. So we have to look at our mole island, but now our mole island is talked about in terms of archipelagos. We have this whole set of mole island A. This is one chemical, okay? So mole island, gram island, particle island, liter island, this is all for aluminum oxide. And then I have an identical archipelago. Archipelago B has its own mole island, gram island, particle island, and liter island. Mole island B in this case is where we're headed, and so this is going to be for aluminum. So the only place that I can transfer from mole island A to mole island B, or for archipelago A to archipelago B, is through the mole island, and it's only on one ship, the USS Mole Ratio. So first, I have to get to Mole Island. I can't pick up the USS Mole Ratio on Liter Island, Particle Island, or Gram Island. So I have to get to Mole Island. So I got to change these grams into moles. How do I do that? Same way I've been doing that, molar mass. So this, we're not learning anything new, we're just putting it all together. So I need the molar mass of aluminum oxide. So on my periodic table, aluminum, 26.98. And there are two of them. Oxygen, 16.00, because remember I round up to 2 decimal places. And there's 3 of them. I sum that up, and what that gives me is 101.96 grams per mole. Always still use the units, 2 decimal places. Okay? And that's grams per mole of Al2O3. So grams is in the numerator here, so grams goes in the denominator. 101.96 grams per 1 mole. So if I stopped right now, I would have moles of aluminum oxide. Okay, so now I've made it to Mole Island, so that's good. But I'm not done because I need grams of aluminum. So again, when I'm on Mole Island, I got to take the USS Mole Ratio, only boat that's allowed to leave this archipelago, and it's going to enter Mole Island B. Okay, so I have to use that mole ratio to get to the moles of B. Okay, and so when I go back to my equation here, I balance it. 3 times 2 is 6 oxygens. 2 times 2 is 4 aluminums. So it has to be balanced before you do the mole ratio, or else it's not going to give you the right numbers. I know I'm going from the mole island about aluminum oxide, and I want to get to the mole island of aluminum. Mole island of aluminum oxide has a 2. Mole island of aluminum has a 4. If I cancel out now, I'm at moles of aluminum. But I'm not done because I need to get to grams of aluminum. So I'm now on mole island B, and I have to get to gram island B. What does it say to use? Molar mass. Aluminum's molar mass, 26.98. So 1 mole of aluminum is 26.98 grams of aluminum. My moles cancel. I'm now at gram island B, which is where I wanted to be because I wanted how much aluminum mass. Multiply across the top, divide across the bottom, and 3 sig figs, 14.3 grams of aluminum. Make sure you're indicating the species as you go along, because oftentimes people type in the mole ratio upside down. And like I said, sig figs are important.